Oh my goodness. You know what I was thinking in my head 10 minutes before I started this? I was like, it's gotta be like 5 in the morning where he's at. Because I thought you were um Pacific time. I was like, if one person's not gonna show up, it's gonna be him. I mean, yeah. Have not slept yet. Bro, you're nocturnal. You've got it reversed. And I would have done the same thing. That's why I'm doing this early. Because I realized that when I do the midnight to 4 a.m. streams, I'm just like way too tired. I'm basically not saying anything, and I'm playing terrible. So. I don't know. I'd expect. I have no idea what you do overnight. Could be probably working is the most likely answer.
What's wrong?
Are you like physically set used to just going through the night yet? Or do you still have that experience where you get exponentially
Keep
more
moving.
tired and then it passes a certain point and you just don't feel it anymore? And then you start driving to work the next day and it's uh ooh. I think that means maybe you should sleep. Or maybe what I'm saying, I'm like, this is a reference. Um, whatever his name is, I don't even know his name, from King of the Hill, where he just says a bunch of nonsense, but his words only make sense to him. To everyone else, it sounds like gibberish. All right, I'll run a no reset run then, as is customary on the first. Oh, fantastic! Every single time my auto splitter is gonna break, it's just an inevitable part of life. Okay. Really? I'll sort out my auto splitter later. I don't know what changes every single time. But we'll run with it. I'll just skip all the splits except the last one. That does work. And then after this, I'm going to the Dollar Tree and getting a cinnamon bun.
Well, you lost no time making a big mess. That machine you knocked over is worth 50 grand, you know. Anyway, it's good to see you moving again. How do you feel? Yeah. Tell the chief. Derek, I know you're probably still a little groggy. get started with rehab and get some
I don't
baseline
know
data on
if
your physical capabilities while we're at it.
what
I'll need
pushes
the
me
data for the
further
comparison test later on.
backwards. I don't know if it's being
Going to open
closer
the door now.
to a wall in front of me or
The rehab room is through there.
okay, that one works. Maybe I'll axe the first split.
All right, let's get to work. First, one question. What's your name?
It's Derek.
Haha, you cheated. I just called you
Ooh.
that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall.
It's fine. No one saw that.
Problem there. Time to move on to the next room. Okay, let's open the door. Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that to open the door. All right.
These splits are barely holding on, dude, but as long as that green number at the bottom is still going, it's fine.
Climb up that ladder. Just let go to climb down. Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your stance as you move through.
Frame perfect.
Hang from the bar, move across
Just
to the
saying,
other side on
it
the
is
bar.
frame perfect to jump like that.
Let go if you want to come down. Just be careful of what's underneath your feet. All right, now climb up there. Well, your physical capabilities seem just fine. The next test is the last one. Let's get through it as quickly as we can and break for lunch. Go to room 3, please. Now let's see how you're shooting. Now grab a magazine and load the gun. First, try and shoot the target in front of you. Nice work.
85. It's just,
Next, I'll put
it's
two
like
targets
the,
up.
you know,
Shoot
the
the one I
towel
tell you to
forgets
shoot.
everything the next day.
Blue. Nice work. Blue. Nice work. Red. Nice work. Now let's try some hand-to-hand combat. I know, asking a sick person to fight. What kind of a jerk am I, right? But don't worry, we're almost done for the day. Practice your punches and kicks in front of the mirror. Practice your guard in front of the mirror. Nice work.
Still trying to remember
Hey, I know those are rubber bullets,
when
but don't point that
you're
damn
allowed
thing
to
at me.
shoot. I'm just assuming it's when the X prompt comes up. Honestly, if there's one thing that's way more finicky than anything else, it's the auto splits I have set up for
Don't worry, we
the
can't
Y
handle
and
something
A
to help you
buttons.
rest.
I might just cut them and go to the loading.
Kill him.
At the same time, if I cut them, I lose some fineness, some granularity in the 1113.
Wow, you're a mess.
Read the
But
Xbox
at least you're
memory
still
and
breathing.
what are we gonna do? Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna mod the game. Anytime there's a anytime there's a
The research lab was
prompt,
full of
a
soldiers.
load zone, um or any other significant interaction, a power-up,
Okay.
something like that,
Now it's time to
the
lose your
screen
lunch.
flashes bright purple, and an auto splitter
First
will
thing we gotta do is
easily
get out
be
of
able to
this
see
building.
this.
And then meet up with Glenn.
And I think that's a good solution. You know something? That is my idea for kind of have my idea for how Xbox tasking is going to start. I think, well, I need to hit
Anyway,
someone up
It's good to see you again.
to make,
Who are
see,
you?
that didn't take it.
You
To make-
don't know, do you? I'm Alex. I came to get you. Glenn Ogawa, the chief scientist of this research center. said-
Yeah. I guess that would be like, you know, I'm still pretty anti-remake, because I think if it's not doing anything new, and it's just a new coat of paint
Wouldn't let me die.
on the same car,
Time for you to make good on that
which can be
promise.
nice, but like then you lose the original paint, which was unique to that car. Feel me? But loadless would be pretty cool. But then where are you going to split?
All right, take that gun. Okay, let's get out of here.
Fantastic.
Stop. All right, follow my lead. You should find a...
Charlie 1, this is Romeo 115. Did you take care of Cole? Over. Charlie 4, proceed to the medical section. They've run into some kind of trouble. Over. Charlie 4 here. Roger that.
Nexus is making its move.
Dude, these splits are so messed up. It's not actually plus 42. So that's the wrong one.
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
Well, that's also not right. I think.
This is Devil 8-0. Objective sighted.
What a disaster. Maybe that is a real one. No, how would it know if I skip the split before it? It doesn't know when to start.
Wait! Stop.
You know it, man. I'm dripped out, as they say.
The Quake locked on the stairs. Security.
It's him. There he is.
This is Romeo 115. Roger that.
That was actually smooth movement there. I've been trying to figure out how to get back into the groove of things, especially there. Apparently not smooth enough. It works.
What's wrong?
Dude, I'm still covered in rust. I'm caked in it. You can make thermite with
Let's
me.
keep moving.
You know what? Still not the worst run. 11:23. That's like an 11. I'm gonna just close live split because I changed the aspect ratio on it on accident.
Look alive!
I need to. I need to fix that. You know, it's still entirely beyond me how I was hitting the load zone. Right, but really? Behind this door. I've been trying. I can't decipher it.
What's wrong? Let's keep moving.
So rusty, dude. I'm like a nail.
Stop.
You can't backflip during it. How could you possibly get that distance? Like that, apparently. That looked really good. I'm like 90% sure that's true. But I can't figure out how I did it. Maybe it wasn't with this at all. I can't see how I could have made this. It must not have been an uppercut. Must have been something else. You can jump while you're behind it, which leads me to believe you should be able to backflip. Or for that matter, you should be able to BLJ, but that sounds hard. Right? I think if you just hold forward, you just go through, though. He gets some distance. Tell me. Something. However I did this, dude, I must have had some ancient knowledge that's simply lost to us. Aliens must have helped me do this. I can't figure that out. It's unreal, man. Just do a burger percent run at that point. Just do a burger percent run. You can beat your time. I'm trying to goad you into PBing after like 3 years. Do you have a sub 11 yet?
Well, you
11,
lost no
19.
time making a big mess. That machine you knocked over is worth 50
I think you could
grand,
beat
know?
that.
Anyway, it's good to see you moving again. How do you feel? Yeah, he's awake. Tell the chief. Eric, I know you're probably still a little groggy, but I'd like to get started with rehab and get some baseline data on your physical capabilities while we're at it. I'll need the data for comparison tests later on. I'm going to open the door now. The rehab room is through there.
I adjusted auto split a little bit. Let me see if this does it.
First, one question. What's your name?
It's Derek.
Haha, you cheated. I just called you that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall. No problem there. Time to move on to the next room. Okay, let's open the door. Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that
Could
to
totally add some inconsistent splits right here. Figure out how long it takes me to go from the desk to the card reader.
There's no need to crawl. Now climb up that ladder. Just let go to climb down. Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your
This is
stance
not a
to
crouch.
move across to the other side on the bar. Let go if you want to come down. Just be careful of what's underneath your feet. Alright.
Alright, well, this is better than the last one, and that's all that matters.
The next test is the last one. Let's get through it as quickly as we can and break for lunch. Go to room 3, please. Now let's see how you... Now grab a magazine and load the gun.
It's a long shot if this one's gonna trigger.
Nice work. Next, I'll put 2
It
targets.
did not.
Shoot the one I tell you to shoot. Red. Nice work. Red. Nice work. Blue. Nice work. Now let's try some hand-to-hand combat. I know, asking a sick person to fight. What kind of a jerk am I, right? But don't worry, we're almost done for the day. Practice
How's
your
that
punches and
going?
kicks in front of the mirror.
Perfect, really.
Practice your guard in front of the mirror.
Interesting. It's amazing how far it's come. But how's it running, though?
Hey, I know those are rubber bullets, but don't point that damn thing at me.
Dang. Sounds perfect for a run. There is a run on the boards, unlike a much older XMU. When it worked just enough.
Don't worry, we gave you a little something to help you rest. We'll continue with your rehab after you wake up. Who are you?
I mean, it's... What else does it need? Oh, the VMFs, or the FMVs have a weird color on them.
Kill him.
Wow, you're a mess. But at least you're still breathing.
she like wipe off my eyes, like when you turn on the windshield
The
wipers,
research lab was full of soldiers.
try and clear my blur.
Okay, now it's time to lose your lunch. First thing we gotta do is get out of this building. And then meet up with Glenn. Anyway, it's good to see you again.
Who are you?
You really don't know, do you?
Edges are rough.
I'm Alex. I came to get you. Glenn Ogawa, the chief scientist of this research center.
Yeah, I'd expect. Well, shadows
We can't
are
stay
different.
here.
I know.
We
I know that in other
history.
games, other emulators, the shadows like the
Derek,
last thing
you
to get
promised
figured
me
out
you
like
wouldn't let
that.
me die. Time for you to make good on that promise. Move it, soldier.
But yeah, if the scaling and the aliasing got figured out,
All right,
then
take that gun.
I could see myself recording on it. No clue why that happened. So if you go to 10x, it'll look worse than 1x. Or worse than 2. It's very odd. I haven't seen it with any other game. But in fairness, I haven't really done any other game.
Follow my lead.
Mmm. Perfect for double jumps. I wonder if that means that in an area where there's a lot of people shooting at you, like in the base game, you could do a double jump maybe.
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately. I repeat. Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
Skip. Fixing my broken auto splitter. This thing's more trouble than it's worth.
This is Devil 8-0. Objective sighted.
When the jump goes straight up. We do? Good idea.
The building's secured up to the 5th floor. The quake blocked off the stairs, so securing the upper floor. This is Romeo 115. Roger that. That's what they pay us for.
Don't expect these to split.
This leads to another building. Learn something new every day.
Let those freaks out of the annex.
I've been getting the spacing here totally messed up.
What's wrong? Let's keep moving.
Golds. I think when you skip a split. Ooh. Once you get it first try, I was like, oh, it wasn't that hard. I don't know what you were struggling with. I'm sure you have an understanding of Well, I guess, you know what? You don't necessarily have to know. I mean, it's presumptuous of me to assume I fully know how this all works with the going backwards and whatnot. Because the less you know, the more you try as well. And that's why people that come to things brand new sometimes discover things because, you know, they're fresh to it. I'm gonna take this opportunity to fix my splits.
Well, you lost no time making a big mess. That machine you knocked over is worth 50 grand, you know. Anyway, it's good to see you moving again. How do you feel? Yeah, he's awake. Uh-huh. Tell the chief. Derek, I know you're probably still a little groggy, but I'd like to get started with rehab and get some baseline data on your physical capabilities while we're at it. I'll need the data for comparison tests later on. I'm going to open the door now. The rehab room is through there. All right, let's get to work.
All right.
First, one question. What's your name? You don't know. Well, no surprises there. Looks like you still have some sort of memory impairment. We'll need to run some detailed tests. First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall.
All right.
What's wrong, Derek?
Okay, 100, 121. All right, this is what's gonna fix everything. How's the door going? He bested me already. Succeed where I've failed. What a convenient time for Alex to show up.
Well, you lost no time making a big mess. That machine you knocked over is worth 50 grand, you know. Anyway, it's good to see you moving again. How do you feel? Yeah, he's awake. Uh-huh. Tell the chief.
This should work.
First, one question. What's your name?
It did not. It's
Derek.
because we were on the wrong
I just
split.
called you that, didn't I? All right, let's get to work. First, one question. What's your name?
There we go. Fantastic. Oh, well, that's a good sign. Ooh. Okay, so it's from the side. Very shallow angle. Crazy that the... What? It didn't take long. Congrats, man. So... It's interesting that you load right away.
Well, you lost no
You know
time
what's...
making
The other thing is,
that machine
could that
knocked
same
over
thing be
50
done
grand.
just like that on the second keycard door?
Anyway, it's good to see you moving again.
Because that seems
How do
like
you feel?
our best bet. That got the deepest.
Tell the chief.
You know? There is a wall right next to it in that same orientation.
But I'd like to get started with rehab and get some baseline data on your physical capabilities while we're at it.
But there's certain things you slide uppercut against that
Going to open the door now.
don't let you turn. And I don't know why.
The rehab room is through there. Push yourself. All right, let's get to work. First, one question. What's your name?
It's
Alright, it's working now.
Derek.
Haha, you cheated.
Dude, I
just
can't
called you that,
wait.
didn't
I can't wait to.
First, let's test your eyesight.
After pressing B.
Stand in the middle of the red ring
I
on the
do.
floor and look at the logo on the wall.
I think so.
No problem there.
Of course, I'd try every direction, but yeah, is that part of it or is that not?
Okay, let's open the door.
I'll try it again when I get there.
The card key from
Do
the top
a little
of the
no
deck. Use
reset.
that to open the door. All right. Now the next test will involve some exercise, so I hope that was a bit. Go through there while you're crouched. There's no need to crawl. Now climb up that ladder. Just let go to climb down. Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your stance as you move through. Hang from the bar in front of you. Move across to the other side on the bar. Let go if you want to come down. Just be careful of what's underneath your feet.
Not actually the worst run.
Now climb up there. Well, your physical capabilities seem just fine. The next test is the
See,
Let's get through
that's why you need a second pair of eyes on things. Because you got it way quicker than I did.
Now let's see how. Now grab a magazine and load the gun. First, try and shoot the target in front of you. Nice work.
Really?
Next, I'll put two targets up.
.86.
Shoot the one I tell you to shoot. Blue. Nice work.
The lamp is in the middle.
Nice work.
Dang.
Red. Nice work.
I wonder if it's getting the backwardsness
Combat.
from the wall across from us or the wall next to us. Because if it's the wall next to us, there's some hope for second key card door.
Practice your punches and kicks in front of the mirror. Practice your guard in front of the mirror. Nice work. Hey, I know those are rubber bullets, but don't point that damn thing at me.
Was it? Oh, there's. You don't have to put back the ammo. Stupid, stupid. Stop. Give me that. Give me that quarter pounder.
Don't worry, we gave you a little something to help you rest. We'll continue with your rehab after you wake up. Who are you?
You know, I bet at midnight, I drive to a McDonald's that closes 15 minutes before I get there. And I use a mixture of points and McDonald's app deals to get like 2 burgers for like $2. I've been trying to decipher why they're so good, and I realized you don't taste the meat. The meat doesn't have a flavor in that burger. At least in the regular ones. What you're mostly
Wow,
tasting
you're
is a
a
sweet
mess.
bun
But at least
and
you're still
cheese.
breathing.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but if it works, and they're quite delectable.
The research lab was full of soldiers.
Yo, what up? Severed. I am doing well. Thanks for the good luck. I'm still shaking off the rust, which is
Okay,
to say
now it's time to lose your lunch.
pounds and pounds of rust.
First thing we gotta do is get out of this building.
I'm gonna be under
And then
100 by
meet
the
up
time
with Glenn.
all the rust is off. Well, the rust weighs less because it's lost material. You ever been in like a really rusted out car?
Anyway, it's good to see you again.
My brother's car years ago was so rusted out that if you
don't
lifted
know,
the
do you?
carpet, you could see the road
I'm Alex.
beneath the
I came to
car.
get you. Glenn Ogawa, the chief scientist of this research center, sent me.
But they feel really light.
We can't stay here. If we do, we're history.
You know, why don't I have a split
You
for when I
promised me
take
you
her
wouldn't
hand
die.
here? We need more
Time to make
splits
good on that promise.
to improve our gold.
Move it, soldier.
So I can cope and believe that I can get a lower time than 11:05.
All right, take that gun. Okay, let's get out of here. Stop.
Better than my PV? What rust? I've never been cleaner in my life.
Here they come. You should find a.
Charlie 1, this is
Should I?
115. Did you take care of Cole? Over. Charlie 4, proceed to the medical section. They've run into some kind of trouble. Over.
Oh! Oh!
Here. Roger that.
Nexus is making its move.
Oh!
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately. I repeat. Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
You know, I gotta figure out something different, because on that corner, you gotta turn all the way around, dude. That takes forever. What if we just BLJ 2 or 3 times, and then you don't have to turn around at all? You just do some blind frame perfect jumps, and that'll save the time it takes to turn around. You know, correcting for your jump, it's better than hitting a wall. But I realize I probably shouldn't do it too often if I can help it. Because that's a suboptimal line. Like I said, I expect it to be about a month before all the rust is sufficiently shaken off. Oh, man. So close.
What's wrong? Let's keep moving.
I'll do maybe 3.5. Well, I'll do about 2 hours of breakdown today. And 2 hours of melee, probably. And after that, I gotta go. 11:20. That's an 11:08 without loads. And now, and then, hang on. Hang on, there's some clean glass. Whoever did this did a good job. Oh, no, this. Now you just, It's too easy. How is it that that never worked for me? What did you unlock? How did you send a patch to my Xbox 2K? It just works. It just works. Hang on. I want to know if it works without holding back. I just have to figure out how to actually hit the terminal so I can turn. I think this is why I probably didn't try it. Okay, how do you do this? Alex. No. Oh, so it does seem like holding back helps. I do feel like I walked backwards.
Look alive!
Give it to me again. Alright, you patched it again. Why'd you do that to me? Sweet. Oh! The earlier you press B. This is good knowledge. It's good to have. Yeah. This does give me more hope for second key card. We know more now. Are you in the way? Is this what's happening? It's got to be someone else's fault, not me. How do you hit the side of this, man? One more time. You gotta hit the terminal. You can shoot the other side of the glass. I need bullets, though. Is it? How do I... Do you have to stop shaking before you can do it? He needs to take an anticonvulsant. Goodness. That's good enough for me. I think second keycard could work with a similar setup. You know why I added that first split? Because last night or 2 nights ago, it wouldn't stop triggering when I started the run. So I added the first split. Today, it will not trigger when I start the run. Fantastic.
Well, you lost no time making a big mess. That machine you knocked over is worth 50 grand, you know. Anyway, it's good to see you moving again. How do you feel? Yeah, he's awake. Tell the chief. Eric, I know you're probably still a little groggy, but I'd like to get started with rehab and get some baseline data on your physical capabilities while we're at it. I'll need the data for comparison tests later on. I'm going to open the door now. The rehab room is through there.
That looked good to me.
Alright, let's get to work. First, one question. What's your name?
It's Derek.
Haha, you cheated. I just called you that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall. No problem there.
Hardest part of the run.
Move on to the next room. Okay, let's open the door. Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that to open the door. Alright. Now the next test will involve some exercise.
So far, it's not bad.
Just let go to
Now it's beyond me if it's optimal. If it's optimal to jump off sooner or later, I'd imagine it's sooner. Because
next.
climbing up the
I want you to
ladder
move
is
forward
slow.
and crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your stance as you move through.
So our jump speed's gotta be faster.
Move across to the other side on the bar. Let go if you want to come down. Just be careful.
Sweet. I still got it. I don't know why it's different on the first split. It just doesn't like that loading signal. Yeah. That's just how you do it these days. I mostly do that one for the melee when I task that, because people there mostly know me for doing melee tasks. But the very first night I was doing a melee stream, the first night I multi-streamed, this very first comment said, play Breakdown. And so here we are. I didn't know anyone there cared about Breakdown.
Well, you lost no time.
Because the melee stuff is
Mess.
way
That
more
machine
popular.
number's worth 50 grand, you know. Anyway, it's good to see you moving again. How do you feel? Yeah, he's awake. Tell the chief. Eric, I know you're probably still a little groggy, but I'd like to get started with rehab and get some baseline data on your physical capabilities while we're at it. I'll need the data for comparison tests later on. I'm going to open the door now. The rehab room is through there.
Best I've seen in a minute. Ooh. Calling it right now, .35. I was gonna say plus .35.
One question. What's your name?
It's
My estimations were off.
Derek.
I was too lenient on myself.
I just called you that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall.
You know what? I base how fast I did that based off of how far apart the dings are. Those sounded like just one to me. Which is good stuff.
Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that to open the door. All right. Now the next test will involve some exercise, so I hope that was a bit. Go through there while you're crouched. There's no need to crawl. Now climb up that ladder.
So far, so good, though.
Just let go to climb down. Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your stance as you move through. Move across to the other side on the bar.
It still works.
Let go if you
It
want to come
still
down.
works. It still works.
All right, now climb up there.
Yo, what up,
Your
Xbox?
physical capability seemed just
The
fine.
Wednesday burger. Dude, the everyday burger.
Let's get through it as quickly as we
Monday,
can.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Every day that ends in the word day.
Now let's see how you... Now grab
Burgers are actually incredible. If it was economically and health-economically viable.
nice work.
So if I knew how, I set up the chat on screen years ago, and I think it's just like the option you have is one browser URL.
Nice work.
That's what it loads in. I'm sure there's a plugin for multiple. I could figure that out today, maybe.
Nice work.
But alternatively, for the time being, I could duplicate it, change the URL to the YouTube stream, and have them both on top of each other. That's a little funny to me. I might do that.
Practice your punches and kicks in front of the mirror. Practice your guard in front of the mirror. Nice work.
As soon as the X comes up.
Hey, I know those are rubber bullets, but don't point that damn thing at me.
I'm glad you have that much confidence in me. You'll get like one every few hours. Said one philosopher, said Diogenes.
Don't worry, we gave you a little something to help you rest.
Did you know? Did y'all know this? It's unsafe. Just entirely unsafe to eat a medium rare burger. This is still bothering me. Because I will never eat a well-done burger unless it's from McDonald's. If it's cooked less than to 160, it's not safe. Alright, good. See you when you wake up in like 12 hours. At 9 p.m.
Wow, you're a mess. But at least you're still breathing.
Yeah, I think the morning stream, at least right now, is the meta, unless
The
I can
research
start
lab was full
them
of soldiers.
earlier in the night. It's, I can't. Midnight to 4 a.m.
Okay.
I'm
Now it's time to
half
raise your
asleep
lunch.
during that. I feel way better doing this.
First thing we gotta
Alert.
do is get out of this
On account of all the
and
Diet
then
Coke
meet up
I've been
with Glenn.
drinking.
Anyway, it's good to see you again.
Watch it, it's gonna be light red.
Who are you?
This is where
You
this.
don't
I
know,
told
do you?
y'all I'm back.
I'm Alex. I came to get you. Glenn Ogawa, the chief scientist of this research center, sent me. We can't stay here. If we do,
Xbox
we'll
Nissan,
escape.
your burger percent
Jack,
time is
you
excellent,
promised
by
me
the
you wouldn't
way.
let me die.
Like, you really grinded that out to a really good time.
Move it, soldier. All right, take that gun. Okay, let's get out of here. Stop.
Over there! I found Paul!
Stop.
Those were quick. Those were quick. There is some RNG here.
All right, follow my lead. You should find a.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Did you take care of Cole? Over. Charlie 4, proceed to the medical section. They've run into some kind of trouble. Over.
Ooh.
Charlie 4 here. Roger that.
So you got, that's like the main RNG part of this run. This game does have a good amount of RNG in it, especially that wicked helicopter.
Floor immediately.
Which, by the way, is one of the main reasons I don't want to go back to any percent. Because my helicopter was so good in my PB, I'm always going to lose a minute there. Every single time. So, I'm just not going to play that game. Oh, what up, Crumbs? Thanks. But yeah, that's why I don't want to go back to any percent. Ultra any percent is lots of fun though. But something about it feels like morally gray because it's a modded run. So, is it even real? But then, is this game even real? So what does it matter?
Wait!
Not actually a bad run. If I clutch out CTS, I'm pretty happy with this one. That being said, I'm way out of practice with CTS, so this is not going to happen. I got the setup for it, though. Oh! Worst ending! Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? This is real life.
What's wrong?
Most things in this game you can do in real life with a combination of ground beef and PCP.
Let's keep moving.
I would like to point out, as a little bit of a cope, anyone can use this, by the way. Feel free to take this. If you get a vertical jump in this game instead of going forward, that means you jumped on the first frame you possibly could have done an input. So that is frame perfect, if that means anything. Oh, this is true. Well, Derek can't double jump either, so have you tried it in water? You know? I want to get this again, dude. First try after seeing the setup, I got it. This should do it. It won't. You just have to hit the terminal. Ooh. Here we go. No, we don't go. Maybe I have to uppercut sooner. No. A little more. Oh, help me out. You gotta come at it at just the right angle. Few more tries. Chimsburger. Yo, what up, Roku? You seen this before? We can decapitate Derek. But he's fine with it, because he gets Chimsburger. Oh, how does he do it? That's a Japanese exclusive glitch, by the way. Another dub for JP. Ah. Ah. We'll get that later. Run it back. Well, the whole thing is the first mission. It's kind of a... Yeah, there's a training room. We'll see it. It's kind of a stream of consciousness type thing. That's not what that word means. But it's all one thing. There's all supposed to be one series of events. Which is really interesting because the any percent run for this is about 2 hours long. Which means that because all of this is supposed to be like in Derek's perspective, including the length of time everything takes, that means that the whole series of events, the whole adventure takes place over 2 hours. Think about what you've done in the last 2 hours. And that's everything that's happened in this game. Because there's no time, there's no, like, from his perspective, time jumps or anything like that. He doesn't wake up the next day. It's all happening one thing after another. Derek can get a burger in this game faster than I can get one from McDonald's right now. And he's doing it by foot.
Derek, I know you're probably still a little groggy, but I'd like to get started with rehab and get some baseline data on your physical capabilities while we're at it. I'll need the data for comparison tests later on. I'm going to open the door now.
No freaking way you said that. I was about to say, yeah, half a candy bar. But I thought, I've said that before, so I was like, I'm not going to say it again.
All right, let's get to work.
Can't say it every time someone shows up.
First, one question. What's your name?
It's Derek.
Haha, you cheated. I just called you that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall.
Oh, check! You're gonna like this. Check this out. We've invented quite a few techniques,
Okay, let's open the door.
and you get to watch me fail miserably at them.
Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that to open the door. All right. Now the next test will involve some exercise, so
Well, there's one failure.
big one. Go through there while you're crouched. There's no need to crawl. Now climb up that ladder. Just let go to climb down. Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening.
This is the
lower your
big one.
stance as you move through. Move across to the other side on the bar. Let go if you want to come down.
Hey, not bad.
Underneath your feet. All right. Now climb up there.
Notice anything missing
Well, your physical capabilities seem just
on
fine.
the segment of the game where we're supposed to go across on the bar?
Get through it as quickly as we can and break for lunch. Go to room 3, please. Now let's see.
Now, this being the Japanese version, this training room is significantly shorter. It saves like 2 minutes on its own.
Nice work. Next, I'll put 2 targets up. Shoot the one I tell you to shoot.
Oh, that took me a second. I was like, what?
Blue. Nice
That's
work.
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Blue.
But it does make
Nice
sense.
work. Red. Nice work. Now let's try some hand-to-hand combat. I know, asking a sick person to fight. What kind of a jerk
Oh,
you are, right?
that,
But don't worry, we're almost
I'm
done
not
for the day.
funny,
Practice your punches and kicks in front of the mirror.
as you can plainly see.
Practice your guard in front of the mirror. Nice work. Hey, I know those are rubber bullets, but don't point that damn thing at me.
5 years with a 1-year gap. Maybe. There are 4 years with a 1-year gap. The poison burgers here just kind of make everything a haze. but I've just gotten back into it, hence why all of my splits are red every time.
Don't worry, we gave you a little something to help you rest. We'll continue with your rehab after you wake up. Who are you?
So I'm out of practice with everything. I gotta get back into it. And, well, this is me getting back into it, I suppose.
Kill him.
He gets 1.5 burgers. You know, he took a bite out of that one, so it's a half, and he loses it. So, you know, kind
Wow,
of
you're a
half minus a
mess.
half, so it's 0.
But at least
And
you're
he's got the
still
1.
breathing.
There's only one true edible burger in the game. We've checked the files. We
The
searched for
research
it.
lab was full of soldiers.
There's no other burger. And that's deeply disappointing. Which, by the way, I think the burger is programmed to, like, fully give you your health back no matter how much health you have. You could have end game levels of health, and you
First
still
thing we
get
gotta
it
do is
back.
get out of this building, and then meet
Or
up with
maybe I'm just
Glenn.
making that up.
Anyway, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, he could have kept it in his
Who are
vest
you?
next to his ammo.
You really don't know, do you? I'm Alex. I came to
You
get
know, don't yuck his
Glenn
yum.
Gower, the chief scientist of this research center, sent me. We can't stay here. If we do, we're history. Derek.
Is that what you...
promised me you wouldn't
Well,
let me
okay,
die.
I was gonna say something, but it wasn't gonna make sense. I was gonna say, like, is that what you tell the paramedics when you've eaten something poisonous?
Move it, soldier.
But I don't think they make you throw up. I think they just, like, take you to the hospital and fill you with charcoal or something. Or, like, put a tube in your stomach and drain it all. Which seems a lot less... that's a lot more work than just, like,
Okay, let's get out
you
of
know,
here.
the Alex method.
There he is. He's here. It's cool.
No! I like that guy. Wow, I botched this.
You should find a way.
No way. Move! This isn't what it's supposed to look like, by the way. Oh my goodness. You see, what's supposed to happen is, I'm not supposed to mess this up.
This is Romeo 115. Did you take care of Cole? Over. Charlie 4, proceed to the medical section. They've run into some kind of trouble. Over.
I'm a big fan of the no reset.
Charlie 4 here. Roger that.
Nexus is making its move.
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
I see him. Pull him away.
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
This is Devil 8-0. Objective sighted.
It's gonna take about a month to shake off all the rust, so I can adequately down the burgers.
Wait.
Sir, the building's secured up to the 5th floor. The quake blocked off the stairs, so securing the...
Over here.
Bitch. Over. This is Romeo 115. Roger that. Evacuate the TAS floor.
parts of them.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's an excellent pilot, really. I picked him myself. Later in the run, he's like one of the biggest problems.
What's wrong?
I suck. Because you do a fight with him, and it's so heavily RNG based that
Let's keep moving.
you could lose minutes. $11.29. I want to try the door again.
Stop.
How do you turn on this one? You have to hit the terminal. I don't think they outsourced it. I mean, we're in a cafeteria, so it's probably a cafeteria burger, which means it's like pre-made or something, comes in a can. You know, that's how they work, right? Low-key, though, like the school cafeteria burgers years back, they were fire, man. Any of the sandwiches, really anything. I think I just like to eat. Oh, like they do? Okay, I go to the Dollar Tree often. I'm going after this because I saw that they were individually selling some cinnamon rolls.
Well, you lost no time making a big mess. That machine you knocked
Burger King because it's poison. You know, Burger King, I got disabled after I ate at a Burger King.
Anyway, it's good to see you moving again. How do you
But
feel?
that's hearsay.
Tell the chief. Derek, I know you're probably still a little groggy.
I was
Get started with
coincidentally,
baseline data on your physical
you know,
abilities while we're at it.
quite ill after eating some Burger King nuggets about 11 years ago. And after that, I lost my vision temporarily, and now I have a condition called POTS.
All right, let's get to work.
Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome.
What's your name?
It's usually triggered in athletes
Derek.
by like hitting your head really hard.
You cheated. I just called you that, didn't I?
At negative 100. Yeah.
First, let's test your eyesight.
What would be the effect of rolling a nat 20 on getting food poisoned? It improves you in some way. You get mutant powers, but like positive ones.
Okay, let's open the door.
You get the ability to see bacteria,
The card key from the top of the desk.
figure out which ones are poisoned. Being able to eat raw that makes a lot more sense.
All right.
You're like, finally, I can cook my burgers medium rare.
So I hope that was a big
Or do you just start biting into them? Do people still do that? I know there was a trend a while back where people ate raw meat.
Just let go to climb down. Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch.
Well, that's what I meant,
Narrow
Xbox.
opening. Lower your stance as you move through. Move across to the other side on the bar. Let go.
There was one guy, don't know if it was satirical or not.
Underneath your feet.
Don't know if it was satirical or not. There was this one guy that did a trend eating raw chicken every day until I get salmonella to prove you don't or something like that.
The last one.
I'd like to see where that ended. Maybe he's still going. This was a couple years ago. Day 700 of eating a raw chicken breast. You think at some point he decides, you know, what if I put some seasoning on this? I don't have to cook it, but what if I put like some garlic powder on this? Maybe it'll taste better. Or maybe it's better raw. Who knows?
Next, I'll put 2
And I'm just missing out.
Shoot the one I tell you to shoot.
But you know what I got from the Dollar Tree like last night?
Nice work.
I got a bag of fries because they're dirt cheap, man.
Nice work.
The first half tasted like dirt. I cooked it more in the second half. It was fine. Covered it in salt because there's something wrong with me.
I know. Asking a sick person to
Like there was a time when I kept the salt shaker in this room.
But don't worry, we're almost done for the day.
Not brave enough for sushi.
Kicks in front of the mirror.
Man, you know how many people eat that every day?
Nice work.
Okay, I guess you could request your sushi be cooked. But they might ask you to leave. Or you can take, like, the Walmart sushi home. You know, put it on the stove. Hold the GBs. The GBs are held. My GBs are currently being held. You're missing out, though. It's exquisite. I don't know about the beef stuff, but sushi's exquisite, man. It's really soft and flavorful. But I despise, I don't know if anyone feels this way, I can't stand cream cheese on sushi. It just overpowers it. It's all I taste. And so many of, like, the fancier rolls, the more creative ones, have that on it.
Kill him.
About a half hour of this more, and I'll switch to melee. Because I need to work on my TAS. I wanted to have that TAS
Wow,
done
you're a
last
mess.
month.
But at least you're still breathing. The research lab
I
is
do
full of soldiers.
mainly TAS stuff. I've tasked... I haven't tasked this because this is Xbox. Yo, what up, Supreme? It's been a while.
Okay, now it's time to lose your lunch.
Yeah, I do so much
First thing we
TAS
gotta
stuff.
do is
I've
find this
tasked
building.
6 melee
And then meet
characters.
up with
I've
Glenn.
tasked a lot of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Man, I don't have the intelligence, period. Anyway. But, yeah, I mean,
Anyway,
it's
good
mostly
to see
just
you
throwing your head at the wall for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
Who are you?
Which doesn't make it sound very appealing. I don't think I'm selling it very well.
You really don't know, do you?
Yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Alex,
Oh, the original,
I
of
came to
course.
get you. Glenn Ogawa, the
I
chief
wouldn't be caught
scientist of
dead
this research
tassing
center,
the
said
remake. There's no shade to anyone
Can't
that...
stay here.
There are a
If we
couple
do,
remake
we'll
runners,
waste
and they're fine. They're cool people.
Derek,
They've had some
promise
interaction
me
as
you
well
won't
with the
let me
regular
die.
BFB TASs.
Time for you to make good on that promise.
No, but the person that inspired me to make them did. I saw that and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I want to do this. And now I do. I have a whole litany of them,
All right, take that.
and
Okay.
the first few I did were actually the first Xbox game TASs to exist, just ever. An Xbox game had never been tasked before that. Because there aren't task tools, so I asked some guys in the BFB community that made mods to add some features to the practice mod that would allow me to make a task on it, and that's how I did it. It was a very arduous process. There's no audio in them, so it's just game music, but those were the first real Xbox tasks. And I decided after those that it's simply not worth it, so I just task on GameCube Dolphin now, and I just cut down the loads to make it equal.
Detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
But yeah, stick around if you want to see me working on the melee Falco TAS.
Floor immediately.
I actually I have a TAS for a meme category of BFB that is basically done, but the ending needs to be reworked because it's slower than it should be. Addict is a more accurate term. I lost weight tassing, actually. It's great for you. Great for the body. Tassing's great for you. But I was, like, addicted to tassing in my first year of it. So I just sat in my dorm room all day, every day, and I just tasked morning to night.
Wait.
And I ate every morning. This is my what I lived off of. This is how I lost the weight. Every morning I'd go downstairs, I'd buy a Code Red Mountain Dew and a blueberry muffin. And I would eat that, and that was it. I don't really like Baja Blast, man.
Leads to another building.
No shade if you like it, but I love the Code Red, man. My palate is more simple. I don't need the complex and deep flavors of Baja Blast. I just need red. Give me red.
What's wrong?
Burger King used to have a red velvet shake, and it was just like red paint. It was just red 40 in a can.
Let's keep moving.
There's a Little Caesars exclusive. I love Little Caesars. Why didn't I hear about this? Mango Rush? No, man. 11-16. That's not a good run. Bro, Little Caesars is slept on. It's got a bad reputation, so when you tell someone let's go to Little Caesars, they try and walk away. But you bring them with you to Little Caesars, and then you feed them Little Caesars because it's only $5. Well, these days it's $6. And then they decide, oh, this is like passable food if I was starving. And their view of it improves a little bit that day. It's like, yeah, this is better than Burger King. Exactly. It's not bad. I did, the pretzel crust is back. So I went to Little Caesars. I got the pretzel crust. I don't know what they did. This one, that batch did not hit. It's like they didn't cook it all the way. That batch did not hit. No way. You know what I think it is? Oh, 2K's not here. I think, yeah. The reason we're able to hit the load zone isn't from the wall. It's from the lamp. So when I do this thing, right? When I do this, the closer you... Okay, if an object is in front of you, and you hit B during the slide uppercut thing I do, it'll send you backwards. Right? And I think it's this object, not the wall. Yeah. They got rid of it? Oh. Yeah, that's how you do it. It really is just a lamp. That's deeply disappointing because that means second keycard door is out the window. Yeah, I lost 30 pounds by eating a Code Red and a blueberry muffin and tassing all day. And I went to this place to buy them so very often that the people there, when they would see me, they would just go and grab the muffin. So that's a little sad. It was a good muffin though, man. The stuff they put on top of them, the streusel, bro. I could just like, I actually did. A few years later, I would just mix them up in a bowl. I'd look up how to make streusel. Just mix them up in a bowl and eat it. But I think you need to cook it for it to be right. Because it didn't hit.
Well, you lost no time.
Did you know? Well, you probably know.
That machine
You know.
you knocked over is worth
The
50 grand, you know.
Detroit deep dish stuffed crust. Only some locations do it. I've never had it. But it looks really good because the Detroit deep dish is already fantastic. So that with the stuffed crust?
You're probably still a little groggy.
Come on.
I'd like to get started with rehab and
Come
get
on.
some baseline data on your physical capabilities while we're at it. I'll need the data for comparison tests later on. I'm going to open the door now. The rehab room is through there.
But the cheese and the stuffed crust, it always tastes different. Like, it's not... I see videos when you look up how to make stuffed crust, and they just roll a string cheese stick into the crust. It's not the same. I don't know what they do to it.
You cheated. I just called you that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall. No problem there. Time to move on to the next room. Okay, let's open the door.
Ah, Little Caesars has got your back.
Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that to open the door. All right. Now the next test will involve some exercise, so I
Never been, but I'm
over
sure.
there while you're crouched. There's no need to crawl. Now climb up that ladder. Just let go to climb down. Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your stance as you move through. Hang from the bar in front of you. Move across to the other side on the bar. Let go if you want to come down. Just be careful of what's underneath your feet. All right, now climb up there.
I've never been impressed with Pizza Hut. As a little kid, I liked Pizza Hut because it tasted like Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Quickly as we can and break
And at some point I decided, wow, this is disgusting. I don't like a thin pizza, man, and it's exceptionally thin.
see how and grab a magazine and load the gun.
Well, okay, I'm doing what people do at Little Caesars here, where I haven't had it in years,
Shoot the target in front of you.
so I'm just like keeping my opinion that it's terrible.
Nice work. Next, I'll put 2 targets.
So maybe I should give it a chance again. You ever see those businesses that used to be Pizza Huts because they have the roof?
Nice work.
Yeah.
Blue. Nice work. Red. Nice work. Now let's try some hand-to-hand combat. I know.
What do you think the rent's like in a former Pizza Hut?
Right?
Maybe I can start a business in there.
Done for the day.
It's office space now.
Practice your punches and kicks in front of the mirror. Practice your guard in front of the mirror.
From what I understand, from what I've heard, Pizza Hut used to be dramatically better.
Hey, I know those are rubber bullets, but don't point that damn thing at me.
It was also, did you know it was like the first pizza chain? It was also the biggest for a very long time. It still might be. Which is insane to me because it's Pizza Hut. So they could resell them? Yeah. But that's just terrible because they look so stupid now. They look so depressing.
Help you rest.
Where's the McDonald's charm? Where's Ronald? What happened to the Ronald chairs you used to be able to sit in? I want to sit on Ronald. I'll be right back. These guys will take care of you.
Wow, you're a mess. But at least you're still breathing. The research lab was full of soldiers. Okay, now it's time to lose your lunch. First thing we gotta do is get out of this building. And then meet up with Glenn. Anyway, it's good to see you again.
Who are you?
You really don't know, do you?
Didn't lose any time.
I'm Alex. I came to get
Right.
you. Glenn Ogawa, the chief scientist of this research center, sent me. We can't stay here.
But you know
If we
something
do,
else?
We're history.
Have you heard that thing? Years ago I heard this.
You promised
The
me you wouldn't
reason
let me die.
why
Time for you to make
so
good
many
on that
fast food
loss.
places use red and yellow in their color schemes is because it's psychologically an appetizing look. And I can't deny it. If it's red, I want to eat it. But I don't know. The idea that certain colors have psychological implications, I guess that's true.
Okay.
Like blue's considered sad. But, you know, beyond just basic emotions, things like hunger, red's hunger.
There he is! Hole located.
It's like, how can I use that in graphic design or something like that to make better designs?
Enemy. You should find a
Charlie 1, this is Romeo 115. Did you take care of Cole? Over. Charlie 4, proceed to the medical section. They've run into some kind of trouble. Over.
Sweet, we're finally getting this jump again. Never mind. Frame perfect jump, by the way. Just saying.
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately. I repeat. Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
This is Devil 8-0, objective sighted.
Ah, they've been doing it for years, so. I think you could double jump there. I feel like I just got a lag jump. Use of psychology and marketing? Bro, you just banned marketing. You just got rid of the whole thing.
Wait.
You know, one of the principles I don't like of marketing as like an artist perspective and as like someone that's kind of into technology is the fact that at least what is taught is in marketing, you don't necessarily sell a product, you sell an emotion or you sell what this is going to do for you, right?
Leads to another building. Learn something.
You notice in a lot of, if you'll notice this in a lot of advertising, they're not telling you what the product does, they're telling you what you're going to do with the product. They're telling you how your life's going to be better. And that's how you sell things, apparently.
What's wrong?
So it's like if you're going to sell a pen, you know, you don't tell them about the pen, you tell them about what they can do with it. And how their life's going to be better. So yeah, that's basically all marketing is, selling an emotion.
Stop.
What I would ban is the use of AI in artistry. I mean, the experimental crowd would probably be mad at that because they've been using AI for years, but That's true. I'd be reading reviews, and nowadays I'm thinking, is this a plant? And I mostly tell based on how real it sounds. But I guess even like at some point AI can start writing these reviews, right? And they can sound real. Of course, right now they still have their AI dialect. But when you see that, I was looking up at reviews for a movie that was written by someone I kind of like, because it's like kind of it's got middle of the road reviews. A lot of them were really dumb. Like the 1-star reviews would be like so dumb with a bunch of M's and exclamation marks, and it's got 1 star. I'm like, this doesn't tell me anything. Or the opposite will happen. It's like so good, and it's got 5 stars. There's no review here. And you know the other thing, when people cover products, like they review them, what I don't like about reviews, especially for technology and certain things like that, is first impressions really don't work for a review. You have to use something for a long time to know all the sort of things about it. There's a word for that. It's not intricacies. All the quirks it has. Right? Your first impressions of something are not going to be your experience using it. And so when I would look up stuff about like monitors and stuff when I was trying to buy a new one, a lot of them were very unhelpful. You got to do long-term use to really make a good review, so you can tell them all the quirks about it. Like, it does this when you do this, you know, if you're connecting a new input source, it'll change to it immediately regardless of what you wanted to do. Something like that. Just, you know, you gotta know the stuff about it, which only comes from using it for a long time.
Derek.
Or from, like, really rigorous testing. So a lot of reviews will just not do something justice. And for that matter, you don't know the durability from a first, like, impression review. You don't know how long something's gonna last. I guess that's the reviews that start coming years later after you've already bought into it. When everyone's copy starts breaking. Don't buy into things right away. That's why I'm not getting the Switch 2. And because I cannot possibly afford it. I haven't gotten a new console ever. I mean, look at me. I'm still playing on the original Xbox. And for that matter, this is like the first controller I ever used as a person. I was using this when I was like 6 years old.
Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your stance as you move through. Move across to the other side on the bar.
Set me down.
Let go if you want to come down.
Easy. Hang on. I'll do one more run. Then I'll switch to TASing. Speaking of which, okay, check. You like... Well, you mentioned BFB. I don't know if you like it. Check this out, right? I actually have a few TASs, huh? But the one I'm most proud of is this one. And it's short. This would be the one I'm the most proud of. One more run. No resets. That's actually great. Defective. Mm-hmm. Is that like something was actually wrong with it, or was it one of those like it fell off the truck situations? Know what I mean? On a smaller scale, I kind of wanted to. I only a handful of times was I able to do this. I worked at a ham store. I don't think they'd let you take the defective hams. But sometimes you'd find something in the freezer that was marked "Do Not Sell," and I asked my boss, "Can I take this?" They're like, "Sure." Who knows why it said that, but I don't know. We're still here. Those cinnamon apples were fine. And the huge blunder, I threw out, I was told to throw out a box of expired chips, and I took one with me because he said I could. I guess I could have taken the entire box, but I didn't know they would be that good. I brought one home to my ma, and she really liked them, and I was like, bro, I just threw out an entire box of these because they were expired. So, one of my biggest regrets is throwing out that box of chips.
All right, let's get to work. First, one question. What's your name?
It's Derek.
Haha, you cheated. I just called you that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall. No problem there. Time to move on to the next room. Okay, let's open the door. Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that to open the door. All right. Now the next test will involve some exercise, so I hope that was a bit. Go through there while you're crouched. There's no need to crawl. Now climb up that ladder. Just let go to climb down.
What? That's so insane.
Move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your
But I
stance.
can totally see that being a policy.
Move across to the other side on the bar. Let go if you want to come down. Just be careful of what's underneath your feet.
That's
All right.
psychotic behavior on their part.
Well, your physical capabilities seem just fine.
The dish soap's fine. The bleach? That's a little much.
As quickly as we can and break for lunch.
You can eat a little soap.
Now let's see how you. Now grab a magazine and load the gun. First, try and shoot the target in front of you. Nice work.
There would be like a box of coffee cakes at work at the ham store,
Tell you to shoot.
and the store manager would tell one of us to throw them out. So, you know, all of us in the back discuss, okay,
Nice work.
can we take this reasonably? Just divide it amongst ourselves and just keep it.
Red.
And then unfortunately gets to the actual manager, like the store, like the actual manager, not the store manager. And they're like, no, it's the holiday season, so we're extending the expiration dates,
Practice your punches and kicks in front of the mirror.
so you can just sell stuff past its date
Practice your guard in front
if
of the mirror.
you're busy enough.
Nice work.
I'm sure there's an actual reason for it, but I was mostly upset that I couldn't take it.
That damn thing at me.
After this run, I'll do melee for a couple hours. And then I'm going to the Dollar Tree.
Wow, you're a mess.
You know, the Dollar Tree's
But at least you're
changed
still
permanently.
breathing.
Because they
The research lab was full
don't...
of soldiers.
They have stuff above $1 now. They always... Well, they almost always did in the freezer section, but now they have it everywhere. Which means they won't get, like,
Okay,
really nice
now
stuff
it's time
and
to
just
lose
mark it
your
as
lunch.
$1 now. They used to get, like, semi-expired Entenmann's, bro.
First thing
And it
we
would be
gotta do
$1
is
and you'd
fix
buy
the
all
building.
of them.
And
Now
then
there's
meet up
no
with
way.
Glenn.
There's no way it would go for $1. They'd put $5 on that thing. Those are just days gone, man. They're never coming back.
Anyway, it's good to see you again.
Who are you?
You really don't know, do you? I'm Alex. I came
What did
to
I
get
do in
you.
my PB to mess that up so
Glenn
much?
Gower, the chief
Oh, yeah,
scientist
it's
of this
crazy.
research center, sent me. We can't stay here. If we do, we'll
And they never
stay.
come back down. They never come back down,
Derek,
so...
You promised me you wouldn't let me die.
Push comes to shove, you could go to Dollar Tree, get a loaf of bread for $1.50 because it's not $1.25. They list things at $1.50 sometimes. And you get a jar of peanut butter there, and you just live off of peanut butter sandwiches. An immense amount of calories for like $3.
Okay, let's get out of here.
You've got a week's worth of food there for $3. It wouldn't be a great week, but peanut butter has so many calories in a jar that you could survive off of it. That's probably like the most calories for your money because it's mostly fat.
All right, follow my lead. You should find a...
True.
This is Romeo 115. Did you take care of Cole? Over. Charlie 4, proceed to the medical section. They've run into some kind of trouble. Over. Charlie 4 here. Roger that.
Nexus is making its move.
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately. I repeat, fire
Really?
detected. Please evacuate this floor.
Yeah, I did. I just did. I mean, I guess that's... I guess. Some Munster? Didn't they make a show about those guys?
Objective sighted.
It's a very old reference. Low chance you got that. Okay, you know what? That does sound like a real thing. I think I know what you mean. Okay. Are they orange? Or is that something else? You know the orange crackers with the peanut butter?
Hey, this leads to another building.
Okay.
Learn something new.
Yeah,
every day.
you know what? Maybe you're right. That was slow.
What's wrong? Let's keep moving.
Oh, you're kidding me. I thought I could have gold that, but I guess my CTS was slow. That's not a bad run. It's an 11:02 though, which is kind of a bad run. All right, switching gears. We're gonna melee this up. All right. Yeah, save my splits. All right, peep this. I don't know if you play Melee, but check this out. All right, it didn't go. Oh, it did go. Hang on. All right. They don't use that one in... Okay, here's the story. You want this story? I did kind of cause what they do in RTA now, but they don't use that one. That one is... the one in the TAS is much faster and much harder. The one they do in RTA is much more reliable, and this was known as a Tiki DCB. Those were found years ago. But that TAS you're watching was the start of why they do a UCB in rock bottom, right? Before that, we found that you could get a very fast cruise boost there. And someone said, what would you even do with a 40 speed cruise boost in rock bottom? And so that bothered me. So I made a task of what you could do with that speed cruise boost in rock bottom. And that was the start of it. And then from there, people started introducing other DCBs in other places. And eventually rock bottom came up, and people started trying to evolve that task movement into something that was RTA viable. I made so many segments. I have a lot of segments on my channel of potential RTA viable routes until eventually the current one they used was settled on. That route was made by someone named Isn't Pap, but it all started from that TAS. So it's like 50-50. That's, well, if someone says something like that, it does rub me the wrong way. So I want to show what could be done. Because in that community, there is a lot of like, this will never happen, this, that, this shouldn't be done, you know? So I just want to go with whatever's fastest. And currently, well, I don't know if you've watched Shift experiment with it. He did for like a day. The part in Museum where he launches through the laser in the TAS, I'm trying to get people to do that because I goaded someone into trying it RTA, a guy named Unbones, and he tried it, and I didn't think he would get it. He actually got it. So all of a sudden, I was gonna, well, okay, for a long time, it just looked really hard, so nobody tried it, and then I kept poking Unbones. I was like, hey, what if you tried this? Hey, someone should do this. Someone should try it. Yeah. And then he did it, and he got it. And I was like, okay, time to see if someone else will do this. And so I started like saying, okay, here's how much it saves. You have to make some route changes to fit it in. And it wasn't good enough that people wanted to do it for how hard it was. But technically, it is much faster than what they do now. But a route that could be done is completely settled, in my mind, at least. In fact, I made one. I made a route that could be done. Hang on. Here it is. This is what you would do if you if you wanted to do that, this would be, well, okay. This might be a little unreasonable, but this is the fastest way to make that happen, right? Or I guess I could just like bring it here. Or I guess, you know what, it's only a piece of the screen, so you can't even see it. But yeah, this is the fastest way to do that whole series of events. Because we obviously have to reroute where museum is, because the current route doesn't go to museum. So we have to find a way to get to end on museum, which is not an easy thing to do. Hence this. I'm checking it out right now to remember. And this technically means that reintroducing the hand late game is the optimal thing to do. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm a big fan of the hand, and it's technically optimal. Or I guess, well, that doesn't show the actual thing itself, but that would be how you get to museum. That would be how you would end on museum. I know, I love them so much. And so technically it is optimal to reintroduce hand. They're not going to do that. No one's going to do that, but it is optimal. So, you know, I'm just saying. But yeah, the whole thing with museum boost, hope maybe someone will do that someday. If the time squeeze gets really tight, Shift might do it someday. But you know, I think it's a viable option. Well, the thing about that is the game by itself is already so risky, so hard that the safe options are harder. Well, not harder, but they're already like well above the normal amount. So the stuff that I would like them to do is even further beyond. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, this is the melee TAS. I'd like to work on an any percent TAS, thinking about it, but I have to get a lot of these done first, so that's a ways away. So yeah, that's what I have with this so far. Okay, several people have started, no one's ever finished. I would like to do that as well, but I feel like I should do an any percent first because it will be much shorter. So any percent should come first and then 100%. But, you know, I've made one 100% thing, which is the rock bottom one. That's the one 100% thing I've made. And that's, you know, only 2 minutes for all of rock bottom. You know, it'd be pretty fast. It'd be pretty fast. But yeah, if in 100%, you know, the ACB um that they use in downtown, that was an invention of mine as well. That's actually where I got my start kind of making things for people was which thing JB found? Describe it. He found some things, I think. He found a backup for Flounder. Which one? The one where you go into the tikis and you vibrate and then you cruise boost? No, yeah, I made that. And I initially, it's called an ACB now. When I made it, I called it something stupid. I called it a rad CB for rapid alternation displacement. This was in my first year of college when I was tasking a bunch. I was just looking around downtown for something new. Hopped in there and I was like, "Oh, this shakes you. What if you could cruise boost?" And then it just worked. This was the first instance of it. It's called a rad CB. It was posted 3 years ago. And this was, you notice all the stuff on the screen, that was like some Xbox TAS stuff. So yeah, that's how it got started. Before that, they were doing stuff with like a little LCB I found. But the ACB is just so much cooler. It's so unique. I love it so much. And it's easy. You just hop in there and cruise boost. It's so easy. Hmm. Where do I take this? Where do I take this? I will, okay. I'll turn around. Wave dash back. Pikachu is gonna go towards me and do like an F smash or something. And that's what I'm feeling. But yeah, I'd love to do a lot more BFB stuff. It's really fun. I have an entire playlist of BFB TASs I've made. It's Chris backwards. Oh. I was trying to figure out how that worked. But yeah. I have, okay, check this out, right? If you want to see a little TAS that, well, okay, I guess, well, I don't have all of it here. But check this out. I don't know if you're even still here. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to bring it up here. I'm just going to link you to it. Because the way I made this was really in a weird way. So it doesn't really, it's complicated, but I have this task. It's not even done yet because I discovered the ending was slow. So there is a faster way to do this, and I'm going to, it's unlisted right now. I'm gonna do it faster before I re-release it. And that task right there, the one I just linked to, that actually does the fastest UCB with a T key that has ever been done. Normally they're up to 50 speed. The first one there is 75 speed. So it has to do with causing lag and delta time and stuff. Not easily. As seen in the video, you gotta turn it and then jump. Otherwise, if you just jump, you're just gone. I mean, the one in Rock Bottom, as you saw in the Rock Bottom test, that was 113 speed. The one they do with the Tiki is 50 speed. Is this as fast as it could be? Hang on. Frame data. I don't know if I out-canceled this or not, and I don't want to make what's his face Wave dash again. 7 frames of L cancel. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I didn't L cancel this, so I have to do this again. Sweet. All right. Much faster. Much, much faster. Sweet. He could F smash now and probably catch me. If I'm not moving, does he catch me? Let's find out. I feel like he should. He doesn't. Oh, he does. I'd like them to both wave dash first. I didn't know the box extended like that. And I'm not even certain I could spot dodge this. Okay, I have a vision of how I'm gonna do this. They're gonna both wave dash to the right. Pikachu's gonna F smash. I'm going to power shield, SDI back, jump over Pikachu, down air on him, and that'll start the chain of events. Even though, you know what, I really like to draw out the chase between stocks. But I think as it stands, the chase in that one is only a few seconds. So maybe I want it to go a little longer. I like this. That looks smooth as is. Okay, so yeah, we'll go with this. Power shield will do it. Power shield will do it. 1, 2. Okay. I like it when it does a double power shield, but that's not what happens here. Yeah, but if I could extend how they chase each other, but how much can they chase each other before it just becomes the same thing in different places before they're just going back and forth? Maybe. They can both keep power shielding each other's things or like dodging in the middle for a little bit. That's different. That's something. His F smash is long. I can still do this though. Okay. I have an idea. He's gonna power shield it. and then I'm gonna come back and smash him, and he's gonna power shield that, and then he's gonna come back with something, and I'm gonna power shield that, and we're just gonna go back and forth for a little bit. Okay, and now if we jump out of it, that'll end it sooner. I want to wave dash towards him, F smash. Sounds good to me. And then he'll power shield our F smash. Oh, this is a playback. That's why it's not going. Let me jump out of it. Oh, wait. When are we actionable? '98, 398. Okay. If I hold shield. You can jump sooner. Okay. Perfect. I can work with this. One, two, three, four. No, that's too late. Needs to be three. One, two, three. This is how you TAS, by the way, if you were curious. Alright, when is Pikachu actionable? And then I can F smash you, eh? Alright. No, don't do that. It hits frame 22. But I'm gonna have him waddle forward a little, because if they just stand there, that bothers me. So 19 maybe? Oh, not quite. 18. There we go. That's something. This is going somewhere. He's actionable way too soon. He can hit me right away. So Pikachu can't win is the thing. That's the rule. Pikachu can't win. He can hit me situationally, but very rarely. I'd like to avoid that. Also, I forgot to change this. So maybe F smash isn't the best call. Let me change this real quick. Whatever's my fastest smash attack is the one I'll do. Maybe an F tilt. 20 F tilt is 26 frames. Up tilt is 23. F smash is 39. F smash is the fastest. I'll do an F tilt, I think, because all right, F tilt. Okay, that works. This works. He doesn't have to wait. I like that. Okay, this works. Hang on. Hang on, this works. And then we shield. Never mind. There we go. He needs to power shield this. This'll do it. There we go. Or when reactionable. Oh, he's so actionable, dude. That's a problem. That is a problem. Because he can hit us back. When are reactionable? $40. Okay. He can so hit me, dude. He can so hit me. He can so hit me. What if he does a spot dodge instead? Huh? Huh? With this, he's actionable in a number of frames. He's actionable in just a short handful, like 10 frames. A spot dodge will last longer. And he can F tilt me, I can F tilt him. I like that better. Okay, that doesn't work. Really? Why isn't this going? If he shields. Okay, so I need to delay this a frame so that he can spot dodge instead. Yeah. '09 or '08. '09, so this'll do. Yes, this will do. Spot dodge. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we're actionable at roughly the same time. Okay. Okay. I like where this is going. That's got some good potential. They're actionable at the same time. I would like Pikachu to take a shot at me. Well, okay. I could F smash instead. F smash is 13 frames longer. If we F smash, let me see it again. I don't know. It's slowed down in a weird way at the end. So right now the chase is only about 6 seconds. If I could extend it to like 10, I'd be happy. I'll do an F smash instead. Then he dodges. What? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then he dodges. Oh, I don't like that he's on top of him. That doesn't work. They have to be separated. Down, up smash, but it's longer. You know what? I guess this is fine. It has to be visually appealing. Okay, hang on. And this will work. Never mind. Spot dodge. And I want it to angle upwards so it's like towards his head. Hmm. 34. This works. Okay, I have to delay. I have to delay Pikachu. Not Pikachu. I have to delay what's his face? Falco. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. I like it. I don't like the turnaround though. So maybe I'll dash back instead of turn around. A dash back might be better. Maybe it's not that bad. Okay, I still don't like the turnaround. We're only halfway through this match. It's gonna take me forever to finish this. I like it. What next? What happens after they spot dodge each other? Pikachu can down smash. I can jump And back air? Back air. He can SDI down and it'll have to be a down air. Down air's the only one that he can't SDI down, I think. Let's find out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. He's gonna jump. Pikachu's gonna down smash. When is Pikachu actionable? $65. So Falco's got like 6 frames on him. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. 65. Falco can jump forward, waveland off the platform, and then come down and down air just for the style of it. Yeah, I like that. When am I actionable? 59. So oh no. One, two. Down smash. Maybe he can run the other way first. Hmm. Down smash. No, he's too far away. He's too far away. Okay. I think Pikachu can still down smash. And some of that. Oop. That's not happening. Go up to the top platform and maybe okay. I don't know how to make this look believable yet. And then we jump. I'm not sold on this yet. Ah, hang on. Ah, it's got to be earlier. Does he SDI down on this? He doesn't. We need to L cancel this. Ooh. Yes. Nine frames. How long is his down air? 9 frames. Okay, this is right. Let's see how that looks. That looked pretty cool. That looks pretty sweet. So 9-9, I can jab him. What do I do with this? Where do we take this? What looks cool? I'll try jabbing him. But does he... Yeah, he SDI's down. And he can hit us. I like that. Up smash? There we go. Up smash. Oh no, he gets away. That's troublesome. He's too good, man. Okay, if I have a 4-frame move, I can hit him. Down tilt? No, he gets away. He gets away. I can shine him. I'll shine him. Because he can't escape that. Yes, he can. I need to not hold back. Okay. He needs to hold this direction. Perfect. Perfect. Sweet. It works. Now, I'd like Pikachu to help me out a little, to do me a favor, right? If he holds away, where does he go? That's best for him, but maybe we won't do what's best for Pikachu, you know. I think I could catch you. I think this is a low enough percentage that I can still catch you. I think I can catch you. You know what? Well, also, if he holds towards, where does that take us? It's not great for him, but if he doesn't hold at all, where does he go? Similar. Rather similar to holding away. I'll have him hold away. I'll have him hold away. Nah, we need to delay that a few frames so we can actually jump. 1, 2. We'll do 1 frame. 1. Then do it. Sweet. Oh. Okay, jumps on frame 06. So on 04, I'll hit it. 03. There we go. Oh, maybe I can't catch up to you. I think I can wave land and catch him. Let's try it. I don't like it though. I want to just start hitting him. I don't want to grab him and stuff, but maybe. that works. $28. An up tilt could work. Or a grab. Jump. Grab. Ah. Help me out here. Up smash, maybe? He needs to dash more. He's walking, that's why. $25. Yeah, that's why. He's walking, not dashing. How much closer does this get us? Perfect. Or better. I wouldn't call it perfect. It's not close. Uh, 1, 2. Jump. Up smash. Get him. That works. All right. When are you actionable, Pikachu? I just want to know. I just need to know. Okay. 87. I'll try 70 or 80. 82. 80 or 79. I don't know if I can reach him. Can I get to him in time? No, I can't. I can't get to him. We can't do an up smash there. Yeah, no. I'm gonna have Pikachu do a suboptimal DI, so that I can hit him better. I can still hit him both ways, let it be known, but I'll fudge it so that way it looks nicer, right? If I can still hit them both ways, I think I'm fine with it. Okay, I have to go back. Okay. And I'll just have you do a neutral DI. Perfect. One, two, three, four. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. Love what I'm seeing. And then what we do another one. And then 25, 23. Ah, no. You can get out of it. I can't have him do like a normal landing, because then it's over. He can get away. He can't get away. I want to do an up air on him. I think that's what's gonna work. Up air and then into something else. No, yeah, that doesn't even look good. Oh man, no, but I don't like that my jump goes so high. Oh, that doesn't hit him. Doesn't hit him. I can down. I can wave land. I can wave land. Here we go. Here we go. Hmm. Okay. Up tilt. 30? Oh, you're kidding me. $14? 15. It's gotta be 15. $16? 15. $14 maybe? Is it 14? Yeah. I need an earlier save, but I don't have one. $14. That's why. Okay. I need him to not go as far, but if I angle it further down, he misses. He misses. He's too far away. Ugh. There we go. And now he's gonna dash back. No, he isn't. Okay, he can dash this way, pivot, up tilt. No, that's not it. Hmm. One. Hit him. Turn around. Up tilt. Not it. One, two. Turn around. No. One, two. One. Up tilt. Perfect. Oh, man. No, he's too high up now. I can't go get him. Can't get him. So I have to, like, jump. Well, I can up air him. An up smash as nothing as anything other than a kill move is just ineffective. He's actionable. He can get away. He can shoot me. 39, so 37. We can up air. Hmm. There we go. Hold back. Release the button. Yes. 39. I can work with this. Ah, no, that's not. I messed it up. God, run it back. Hang on. $40. I want him to hold away now. He can get out of it, man. Okay, when does he get out of that? No. Hmm. One, two, three. Hmm. There we go. Yeah, okay. Fast fall. Here we go. There we go. Okay. And then we can perfect. No, that's he it's got to be a back air or something. He's too actionable. Which of his aerials is the shortest? 39, 39. Back air and up air. So back air has the best chance of me bring it into something else. Otherwise, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. He's at too low of a percentage to get hit. Here we go. Hang on. This could work. It doesn't work. He sees eyes are open, he can hit me. I can fast fall. See, he's actionable now. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Maybe I can fast fall this. I could see fast falling maybe working. About here, so like 90. Not 90. $92. Take me down. Maybe an F air or something. He can hit me now. He can jump up and hit me. What do I do with you? What do I do with you? I like how it's starting, but I can't figure out how to continue it. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I just wish it would keep going. Okay. Potentially, I can F-air him and drag him down with it, maybe? I don't know if that'll work. Or just don't do an up air. Just do a down air, but maybe there's a reason I didn't do that. Oh, we were doing a fair. Well, okay, I can F-air. No, his eyes are open. He's actionable. Nair? Here we go. No, he can. I can't even get into this situation because he can beat me. Okay. That works. This is gonna look weird. This could work. That could work. That could work. I like what I'm seeing. What's up? Provish Gaming? What's up? Blast from the past. Alright, check this out. Just working on this. I got 10 more minutes before I gotta leave. I actually have to buy my parking right now. Check it out again while I buy my parking. Watch it again while I finish paying for my parking. Alright, we're good. I like this. Nah. Keep going. Okay. I can back air maybe and hold back. Alright. I'd like to do that one. But I need him to fall back. Alright, this'll do it. No, it won't. There's a way to fall off the edge. But I don't know how to do it. Either way, I think I gotta be going about now. I'll play it one more time and then I'll dip. Alright. Well, that's all for me. I'll come back eventually.